Man, BTS fans are so freaking annoying. They're always talking about how great Korea is. Like, what about my homeland, Japan? Does Korea even have cool robots and stuff? Wait, what is this? Is this like a Japanese robot toy or something? Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. Man, my week has just continued to get crazy. So, hey, I filmed another video. Today we're going to look at the Metal Cardbot S Flame Nova. If you don't know, Metal Cardbot is like a Korean toy line similar to Transformers. But the twist with this toy line is that it's similar to like older Transformers toy lines, kind of like the Unicron trilogy. And it's really fun and just kind of toyetic and ratchety. Good stuff all around. Now, I'm sure you're noticing something, so let's address the elephant in the room. That's a mammoth. That's a mammoth. The eye thing, okay? If you're familiar with this toy line, you know that this guy is supposed to have eyes, so let's fix that. So yeah, now he has eyes. I'll show you how to do what I just did. But yeah, this toy line is made for kids. Toys made for kids. Ridiculous. In the big 26, come on. But, you know, I've kind of learned to embrace it and enjoy the eye thing. Enough yapping. Why don't we just get into the review? Alright, so to start off, here is the Excavator. And I forgot to talk about it, but here's the box, or the side of the box. It's kind of in a bad spot, but hopefully you can get an idea of the scale, at least. And just as an explanation, this guy's kind of like Magmatron from Beast Wars Neo, where he's several small vehicles that combine into one bigger character. It's not like the Constructicons, where it's a bunch of small transformers that turn into vehicles that then turn into limbs. It's only vehicles and only limbs. So, we'll start with the bottom. So the Excavator is pretty cool. It's one of the most like toyetic ones, but it has this awesome arm. It doesn't rotate at all, but I mean, there's so much range of motion. This bucket is huge, and I mean, it can go all the way around. You can't even see it. It's so tall. Like, just real quick size comparison. Big guy right here. And one small complaint I have is the orange here. In my opinion, I feel like it would have looked better if this was a different color, just because there's like not that much orange on the figure, except for this huge glob right here. But anyway, why don't we just go ahead and transform this guy? It's really satisfying. You just want to rip it in half. And then you just want to point his toe outwards, push this part up, which is pretty hard to do, and then rotate it out. And you also want to rotate this back part out. Then you just want to take the arm off. And this is like the heaviest ratchet in the entire set. Right here. You got to rotate this guy, but it's like, ugh, ouch, ouch. Oh, and the other foot is basically just the same thing, but you gotta love those ratchet joints. All right, next up is the dump truck, because boy, let me tell you, this guy has a dumpy. Ha ha ha, very funny. And no offense to this, but this is probably my least favorite segment, just because it doesn't do that much. It's like the bed doesn't tip, and it's like, them are thighs right there. But, I mean, it still looks pretty cool. And it does roll super well. But let's just go ahead and transform it. You just got to rotate these little panels down. And then spread his legs. Well, this part's kind of weird. Flip down this like halfway. Then collapse the wheels, which is pretty cool. Then flip that part up. Then spread his legs. And this is the part I don't like. This is on a ball joint, and you just have to like turn it and just plug it in back here. But it really likes to pop off. And just take his little knee joints out, which are in these like crazy ratchets. And that's it for this. All right, now the helicopter. This one's pretty cool. And yeah, I would have loved to have this as a kid, because I always enjoyed helicopter toys, but I always broke them, like especially the propellers. But these are some like sturdy propellers. I mean, you could throw this at the wall and it would not break. And watch this. Watch how good the propellers are on this thing. Like, Do I need to say anything? No. Look at that. That's some propeller ASMR for you. But you can also flip in the landing gear, which is pretty fun. I like how there's this big brother camera. Ooh, I forgot to rotate that down. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. It might be my favorite, honestly. But let's transform it. You want to start off by just ripping the propellers off. Or I guess they're technically rotors, whatever. And you want to split them like that. And then it leaves you with this guy. And again, you just want to rip it in half, which is so satisfying. Then you got to open up this gray panel and bend this back like that. Tuck that in. Come on, stay. And then rotate this around. Close the gray panel, and that's your arm. And this side's pretty similar, but a bit more finicky. You want to rotate that in, then cover the camera, sort of. And this is tricky. You kind of have to push the hand down to open this gray panel, then open it by yourself. Then turn this around, and then take this red part out, put the gray panel back, then close the canopy piece. There's your other arm. And finally, the fire truck. And the eye thing with this is it's kind of like meant to be, this is Flame Nova right here, not the rest of this. And that basically in the story, he's trapped like this. And this is just what he looks like. So he has to find other means of transforming. So he has to like combine with just vehicles, or at least that's my understanding. And before I forget, I believe each vehicle is just called like Flame Helicopter, etc. Flame Excavator. I'm pretty sure. But man, these eyes really are something. I feel like I'm playing with Lightning McQueen right now. But I mean, it gives them character. This is not a Transformer. Yeah, they were kind of supposed to be in disguise, but just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it. Ha ha ha. This one's pretty fun. It has this pretty cool ladder that you can rotate. Well, it's actually more of a gun. You can actually extend it like so. It goes up pretty far. And that might be his head. What do you guys think? Okay, to transform this guy, again with the moving stuff, I don't mind parts forming. It's like fun. Oh no, I just knocked everything over. You want to open up the cab here, and this is how you actually can rotate the eyes with these little gray levers. So if you don't want any eyes, you can have it like that. It's actually for the transformation because these become his shoulders. So you want to rotate them out, then flip this part down, then take the biceps out like so. And then flip this part back. Flip is my favorite word. Oh my gosh. And then take his head out. We'll take a closer look at his head in a minute. All right, Simone, we got to combine. So let's start off with his arm cannon. You want to rotate this around and then take the rotors from before and flip these down. And then it connects in a very particular way. Hopefully I'm demonstrating that for you. You want to take the other one, do the same thing. And that's this kind of weird gun. I don't like how this mushroom peg is sticking up. But besides that, pretty sweet. And then you just want to snap it onto his arm. And same thing with the excavator claw. But it can be a pretty hard fit. There we go. Alright, so I like to start off with these two pieces. You just want to slide this in, plug it into the grill, and then rotate that down. Then for his legs, you just snap them on, which is pretty satisfying. Come on. And it's kind of a workout. This guy is hefty. Alright, and then for the arms, you just plug them on. You can see what's happening, right? Alright, and we're done. And wow, this guy got a lot taller. I'm going to have to fix that. All right, and there he is. He is massive. I can barely fit him into frame. Oh man, it's kind of a pain in the ass to film him, but it's worth it because this figure is incredible. And let's just bust out Tahu real quick just to show you how big this guy is. Like, oh my gosh. Like, here's my previous review. Sideways. Doesn't stand a chance against this guy. Real quick, why don't we just take a close look at his head? Just because I love the personality this guy has. I don't know, because he's kind of diplomatic, but you can tell there's something else going on. He looks a little angry, a little impatient, if you would. And spoiler alert for the show. I don't really watch the show, but I know what happens. I watch it through YouTube shorts. This guy's basically like a twist villain, so that's why he has like all the hero motifs. But I mean, this guy's a villain, obviously. Come on, look how dark and twisted he is. And real quick, why don't we talk about articulation? I hate talking about articulation. I hate watching things about articulation, but here we go. Because this guy is deceptively posable. Because I mean, you can just move his hip skirts out of the way, and then rotate his leg like that. And look at that. Look how much flexibility this guy has. And every single joint just has that wonderful clickiness that I miss from modern Transformers. But I mean, honestly, instead of just showing you like video of me playing around with this guy, here's some like kind of cool pictures and poses. I hope you enjoy them. It took me way longer than I care to admit. Yeah, I didn't do that many actually. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys is his fingers, because he has individual finger articulation, which is great. I love to see it. But his thumb is on a ball joint, and then each individual finger is on like a little swivel. Now, why don't we see why they call them metal cardbots? The card part. Each figure has a card, and here's the said card, and I think there might be more to this. What do you guys think? But basically, it's just an accessory for these guys. So you just want to remove this, and I don't do this too often, but it basically becomes some cool armor for this guy. So you just want to rotate this whole panel down, and then flip these out. And this plastic, honestly, feels like a little flimsy. Like these joints are really small. You just want to rotate them down and then collapse them in, and then rotate these little spiky bits out, and rotate this. And that makes some pretty cool armor for this guy, and it just plugs in to his chest. And there is his Nova armor or something. In the story, it like shoots a sun that like blows up everything, but I don't know, it doesn't do that much in the toy. Most of the time this turns into like a gun or something with the other figures. But for this guy, it's just armor. But why don't we take a slightly closer look at it? You can see it's a really nice chrome. You can like see the world around you. You can see the dust on there. Don't mind the dust, guys. And you can see his emblem right there, which looks super cool. But if I'm being honest, I kind of prefer him without the armor. I just think it has a bit of a cleaner look. Okay, this is why I don't love chrome, because in between me starting to film this and right now, it's chipping like crazy right here. It's like, I'm not even, I don't play with this or anything. I've just kept it on a shelf, which just really sucks. And that was my review of the Metal Cardbot S Flame Nova. Super great figure. I really like this toy line. It is so expensive to import, though. I do have a few more figures. Let me know if you guys want to see any more reviews. I'll probably do Blast Train, even though he is bigger than this guy, and he will probably be more of a pain in the ass to film. But that guy is super cool. I really like this toy line. Only the first wave is in America right now, and the first wave, in my opinion, is by far the worst. And oh boy, I've really been enjoying the new W series. That villain figure that they're slowly showing pictures of. Oh man, that thing is spicy. I might have to import that guy. And the price of this guy is kind of interesting because the people that do Metal Cardbot do the pricing a little bit differently from another transforming robot toy line you might know. They don't do it by size class. They price each figure based on their own merits, which I wish Hasbro would do. Honestly, it makes buying a Voyager class figure that's this size less painful. But oh boy, importing these are pretty expensive. I might wait to see if this guy comes to America before buying it, unless you're super rich or stupid like me. I'm stupid, not rich is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, here's his back, because I don't think I ever showed his back. And another thing I really like about this guy is there's very little waffling, except for here and like the inside of his fingers. But I mean, most of it is just so solid. I love it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. This is actually the second time I filmed it. Don't tell anyone. Oh, well, secret's out. But I hope you guys have a good day. Adios.
Fortress Maximus has come himself. Okay, then I shall get Fortress Maximus to fight me.